Have you ever come across a discovery that left you speechless? Ancient manuscripts, enigmatic artifacts, and remains of creatures that defy our understanding. These findings not only amaze, but they also force historians to reconsider what we thought we knew about our past. Each discovery is a reminder that history has well-kept secrets, and archaeologists, with their tireless curiosity, are willing to reveal them. If you feel that same spark of intrigue and passion to unearth more hidden truths, don't hesitate to subscribe to our channel. It's free and will take you on endless fascinating adventures that will transform your perception of the world. Number 1. Tomb in Tel Aviv. During construction work at Palmachim Park near Tel Aviv, a stunning archaeological find was made. An ancient tomb containing a variety of significant artifacts. The Israel Antiquities Authority was quick to share a revealing video showing a collection of clay pots, arrowheads, and bronze spears, all carefully preserved. These objects date back approximately 3,300 years, placing them at the time of Pharaoh Ramses II, one of the most fascinating and powerful periods of ancient Egypt. Archaeologist David Gelman, who is leading the research, has suggested that the people buried alongside these weapons could have been warriors or even naval guards, adding an intriguing layer to the tomb's story. Gelman expressed his amazement at the find, as the cave had remained untouched for millennia, evoking images straight out of an Indiana Jones movie. The exceptional preservation of the objects is so remarkable that they appear to have been left there only yesterday, offering a direct glimpse into the burial practices and material culture of that remote era. Number 2. Decorated Roman Sandal. A recent archaeological discovery in the ancient Roman village of Lucus Asterum, located in Spain, has captured the attention of experts and the general public alike. This picturesque place was an important administrative center between the 1st and 4th centuries AD. And during excavations there, a Roman sandal with an impressive age of 2,000 years was found. The sandal was found in an ancient well used by the Romans, and its extraction was carried out with great care using a specialized system designed to preserve its integrity. What makes this sandal particularly special are the decorative patterns that adorn its surface. It features intricate designs including circles, ovals, and stylized figures of falcons. This find is unique as, among all the Roman sandals discovered in Spain so far, this is the only one known to have elaborate decoration. The mud at the bottom of the well created an ideal environment to protect it from deterioration over time. In addition to the sandal, the pit revealed a fascinating array of other ancient objects, from a wooden lid to jars, seeds, and mollusks, as well as various metal items. The sandal is currently under careful protection in a cold storage room while restoration work is carried out. This discovery not only represents a surprising moment in archaeological history, but also offers a window into the creativity and everyday life of the ancient Romans. Number 3. Dragon's Cave. Let us now talk about the Dragon Cave. Although it is not a discovery as such, it is a fascinating concept that dates back to ancient Chinese beliefs and is deeply linked to the emperor's daily ritual. Every morning, upon awakening, the emperor had to carry out a ritual of cleansing his dragon cave, an act that not only had personal meaning, but was also imbued with symbolism and power. This ritual generated a great stir among the palace maids and concubines, who enthusiastically competed for the privilege of serving the emperor. Being close to the emperor represented a unique opportunity. Not only could they attract his attention, but they also had the possibility of becoming concubines and, in the best case, giving birth to his heir, which would ensure them a privileged position within the palace. The legend behind this ritual is equally intriguing. The story is told of a peasant who, on an ordinary day by a pond, came upon his wife sleeping under the watchful eye of a huge dragon. This mystical encounter culminated in the birth of their son, who would later become Emperor Gaozu, the founder of the Han dynasty. From then on, the dragon stood as a symbol of imperial power, and the emperor himself was seen as an embodiment of this majestic creature. In ancient China, every part of the emperor's body was associated with elements of the cosmic dragon. Thus, his mouth was designated as the dragon's cave. This aspect required special care, and since toothpaste and toothbrushes did not exist at that time, dental cleaning was done with green tea decoctions. Every morning, the emperor was offered a cup of green tea not to drink, but to rinse his mouth. This morning ritual was so significant that maids and concubines fiercely competed to bring this cup to the emperor. But what made this task so desirable? Firstly, proximity to the emperor was seen as an opportunity for change. Women chosen to serve the emperor were selected for their beauty and cunning. Being close to the monarch meant having the chance to attract his attention and improve their social status. Those who managed to become concubines had the hope of producing an heir, which would ensure them a life full of privilege. However, many concubines resided in the Forbidden City without ever getting to see the emperor or having the chance to have children with him. Secondly, the value attached to imperial objects also played a crucial role. The special tea leaves used to prepare the decoction intended for the emperor were extremely valuable. Collected as tribute, these leaves were transformed into high-quality products after use. A lucky servant who was able to access the remaining tea could resell it and make a profit equivalent to several months' wages. So behind the simple act of serving the emperor was a complex web of ambitions and opportunities that made the morning cleaning of the Dragon Cave a ritual laden with meaning and importance within the imperial palace. This ritual not only reflected deep cultural beliefs about the power and symbolism of the dragon in ancient Chinese society, but also revealed social dynamics and individual aspirations in a world where every small act could have great repercussions. Number 4. Faces in the stone. The drought that has affected the Brazilian region has led to the water level in the majestic Amazon River dropping to historically low levels. This natural phenomenon has revealed a hidden treasure. Faces and figures engraved on an ancient stone, dating back more than 2,000 years. These petroglyphs, which not only include images of human faces, but also representations of animals and natural forms, were found on the banks of the Negro River, specifically in an archaeological site known as Ponto das Lajes. Researchers estimate that these impressive works of art are between 1,000 and 2,000 years old. In addition to the intriguing images of faces and water features, grooves have been found suggesting that this site was used for the manufacture and sharpening of stone tools. On a single block of rock, 25 distinct groups of engravings were identified, indicating significant activity and long-term use of the site. Archaeologists also discovered pottery fragments in the area, adding another layer to its cultural history. Although Ponto das Lajes is recognized as an important archaeological site, the petroglyphs have not yet been the subject of a thorough study. This discovery raises fascinating questions about the ancient civilizations that inhabited this region and their relationship with the natural environment. The Amazon certainly holds many secrets to be discovered. What other mysteries do you think could be hidden beneath its dense vegetation and rushing waters? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Number 5. The oldest knives made from shark teeth. On the remote Indonesian island of Sulawesi, an astonishing find has been made. 2 tiger shark teeth fashioned into knives dating back approximately 7,000 years. This discovery is not only remarkable for its age, but also provides concrete evidence of the ancient use of shark teeth as weapons by prehistoric cultures. Until now, the oldest documented examples were approximately 2,000 years more recent. These tooth blades are about 2 centimeters long and feature special holes designed to be attached to a handle. According to the scientists and researchers who have analyzed these objects, it is possible that these blades were used both in rituals and in combat. Although it may seem unusual to use shark teeth as a weapon, it is important to remember that ancient cultures took advantage of the resources available in their environment to create effective tools and weapons. These knives were sharp and functional. However, their edge could quickly wear down with use. Throughout time and in various cultures around the world, shark teeth have been used not only as weapons, but also as tools for tattoos or cultural adornments. This reflects a deep admiration and respect towards these marine predators by ancient communities. The versatility and adaptability in the use of natural resources is a testament to human ingenuity throughout history. Number 6. Lost history. Recently, an exciting find has captured the attention of the academic world and history enthusiasts: a long-awaited fragment of the celebrated Dead Sea Scrolls. Dating back approximately 2,700 years, these scrolls are considered one of the most important archaeological discoveries of the 20th century. They were found between 1946 and 1956 in caves near the Dead Sea and comprise a total of 972 documents written in several ancient languages, including Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek. Of these documents, about a third contain biblical texts that are fundamental to understanding religious history, while the remainder encompass a variety of non-biblical texts that offer fascinating insight into life and beliefs during the Second Temple period. What is most intriguing is that one of the 3 rare fragments, thought to be lost and dated to the First Temple period, was discovered in an unexpected place, Montana, USA. The owner of the fragment revealed that his mother had acquired this ancient papyrus as a souvenir during a trip to Jerusalem in 1965. This find has generated great interest among scientists and scholars, as the fragment contains only 4 lines written in ancient Hebrew, beginning with the words, "to Ishmael." This text is believed to have been an instruction addressed to someone specific. The name Ishmael has significant resonance in the biblical narrative. He is known as the firstborn of Abraham, born to his servant Hagar. This name has endured throughout the centuries and remains popular in many cultures today. Number 7. Medieval sword in the city of Salo, Finland, in a remarkable discovery in August during pipe-laying work near a historic medieval stone church in Salo, Finland. A local landowner stumbled upon a metal object that turned out to be a medieval sword. The sword was handed over to archaeologists for analysis and dating, who determined that it belonged to the period between 1150 and 1250 AD, coinciding with the time of the Crusades. This period was crucial for Sweden's introduction of Christianity to Finland. The sword has distinctive features. It has a curved blade designed for hand-to-hand combat, a straight hilt that allows for a better grip, and a 3-sided oval head that gives it both stability and aesthetic appeal. In addition to the main find, archaeologists also found parts of the sword's scabbard, additional blade fragments, metal objects, and human remains nearby. These subsequent investigations revealed the existence of a significant funerary structure and confirmed that it was a large cemetery with dozens or even hundreds of graves. This discovery is particularly interesting because it represents the only confirmed burial from the late Iron Age in this region. It is also notable that the burials were carried out according to the Christian customs of the time, which provides valuable information about the funerary practices and cultural influences present in Finland at that time. Number 8. Merempta Stele. The long enslavement of the Jews in Egypt and their subsequent exodus is one of the most enigmatic chapters in the history of ancient Egypt. Although archaeological evidence of this event is limited, every find is of great importance. There is an opinion that there is no evidence of the Jews' stay in Egypt during the Exodus, but this is not true. The best-known evidence is the stele of Pharaoh Merempta, discovered in Thebes in 1896. It refers to Merempta's military achievements and contains the oldest mention of Israel. The stele defines Israel not as a state, but as a people in conflict with Egypt. This fact is interesting because Merempta was a descendant of Ramesses II, the possible pharaoh of the Exodus, according to the Bible. The Exodus of the Jews marked the beginning of the formation of the Jewish state. Merempta may have witnessed the rise of Egyptian domination in the region, which later weakened under Ramesses VI. During this period, new states were formed mainly by migrants from southern Italy, the Aegean Sea, and western Anatolia. The mention of Israel may confirm the biblical version of the return of the Israelites to their lands from the south. Number 9. Meteorite makes Indonesian gravedigger rich. Kolang, Indonesia resident Joshua Hutagalung was shocked when a meteorite over 4.5 billion years old and weighing 2.1 kilograms fell on his veranda, breaking through the roof. This rare carbonaceous chondrite was valued at $1.7 million. Following this unexpected incident, Joshua sold the rare space stone to a collector, making a profit equivalent to 30 years of income as a gravedigger. When the man discovered the stone, it was hot, and he immediately thought it could be a meteorite. Joshua plans to spend some of the money on building a church and hopes that this meteorite is a sign that his dream of having a daughter will come true soon. After this event, many people came to see him to see the cosmic miracle. Later, 3 more fragments of the meteorite were found, which was named Kolang. Later, the meteorite was sold in the US to a doctor collector from Indianapolis. Number 10. Mermaid in Papua New Guinea. An object known as a globster was found on a beach in Papua New Guinea, which could be the remains of marine creatures, but without any distinctive features, it is difficult to identify. This object, found on Simberi Island, a small island of volcanic origin in Papua New Guinea, attracted a lot of attention due to its strange shape. It had a tail, but many other parts were missing. Scientists are still trying to determine what it is: a whale, a dolphin, a dugong, a shark, or a mermaid. Photos of this mysterious creature went viral on social media. N.S. Carey of the Pacific Whale Foundation believes it could be a sea cow found on the shores of the island. On the other hand, Sasha Hooker of the University of St. Andrews in Scotland believes it was a cetacean. The exact identification of the origin of the globster will likely remain a mystery, as locals buried it and DNA analysis is not possible. Number 11. Jewelry-making mold. Recently, a team of archaeologists in Switzerland made a fascinating discovery that sheds light on jewelry production in the Middle Ages. They found an ancient, exceptionally well-preserved mold that was used to cast ornaments with Christian symbols. This find is not only significant for its age, but also for what it reveals about the artistic and religious practices of the time. The mold has small dimensions of 9x8, 5 by 3 centimeters, suggesting that it was a handy and portable object, ideal for medieval craftsmen. Most notably, it could be used to create up to 7 different types of ornaments, including necklaces, earrings, and crosses. Images of the mold show an intricately detailed cross featuring the figure of Christ crowned, highlighting the deep religious symbolism embedded in jewelry art at the time. Preliminary research has allowed experts to date this artifact to around the 9th century, a critical period in the history of Christianity in Europe. In fact, only 3 examples similar to this mold are known in Switzerland, which underlines its uniqueness and historical value. The excavation site where the mold was found has an interesting history. It was once a prison. This context adds another layer to the significance of the find, suggesting that the site may have been a center of artisan activity amid unusual circumstances. Archaeologists have continued to work in the area and have discovered a small area that appears to have been inhabited by medieval craftsmen, opening the door to further research into the techniques and styles used during that time. As excavations progress, there is growing expectation among researchers that more objects and artifacts may be found that could offer an even richer insight into the daily life, religious beliefs, and artistic skills of our medieval ancestors. This discovery is not only an archaeological treasure, it is a bridge to our cultural and historical understanding. Number 12. Name of Jesus Christ. Recently, a team of scientists from the University of Warsaw made a remarkable discovery while studying the remains of a man found in the Ghazali region of Sudan. This discovery not only provides information about burial practices of the time, but also reveals fascinating aspects about the Christian faith in medieval Nubia. The remains, which date back approximately 1,300 years, were found near a monastery believed to have been an important religious center during the Middle Ages. On the deceased's right leg, researchers located a tattoo with a chrismon, which is a monogram of the name of Jesus Christ formed by the Greek letters chi, chi, and ro, ro. This symbol is significant in the Christian context, as it represents not only Christ, but also a deep connection to faith and religious community. In addition to the chrismon, the scientists found other important symbols nearby, alpha and omega. These letters are the first and last of the Greek alphabet and are used to symbolize God as the beginning and end of all things. This idea is based on biblical references in the Book of Revelation, where God is referred to as the Alpha and the Omega. The presence of these symbols in the tattoo highlights how early Christians viewed their faith as central to their life and death. One particularly interesting aspect is the location of the tattoo on the individual's right leg. Some scientists suggest that this could be a symbolic location related to Christ's crucifixion, where a nail is believed to have been driven into one leg. This could indicate not only a personal devotion to Jesus Christ, but also a broader connection to the accounts of his passion and sacrifice. Although the remains were discovered 7 years ago, the discovery of the tattoo was made only recently, adding a new chapter to our understanding of Christian culture in Nubia during this period. This case is notable because it is only the second known case of a tattoo in this region during the Middle Ages, underlining its uniqueness and historical importance. Anthropological analysis indicates that the man was between 35 and 50 years old at the time of his death. At the time, Nubia encompassed parts of present-day Egypt and Sudan, and Christianity was a predominant religion in this area. However, it has not yet been determined whether this individual was a monk associated with the nearby monastery or a local resident. His remains were found in a cemetery intended for local inhabitants. This discovery opens new lines of research into how the Christian faith was lived in medieval Nubia and how cultural practices may have influenced personal expressions of religious beliefs through body art, such as tattooing. It also provides valuable information about the interaction between local traditions and emerging Christian influences during that historical time. Number 13. The Book of Kells, Trinity College Library. This manuscript contains the 4 Gospels in Latin and canon tables written on parchment. The book measures 33 by 25 centimeters and consists of 340 pages. It was created in the late 7th and early 9th centuries, and research has shown that it had 4 illustrators. A feature of the manuscript is that each letter has its own unique design, color, and meaning, like a secret code that is yet to be deciphered. The book was named after Kells Abbey, where it was protected from the Vikings in 814. It is believed that work on it began during St. Columba's lifetime and continued for 2 centuries after his death. Historians propose several theories about the origin of this manuscript. According to one of them, it was created on the island of Iona and then moved to Kells. Another version holds that writing began on Iona but was completed in Kells. It is also suggested that the manuscript was created in England or even Scotland. Despite the diversity of theories, the Book of Kells remains one of the most enigmatic and magnificent works of medieval art. Number 14. New mysteries of the Saint-Belec stone scientists have been actively researching the 4000-year-old Saint-Belec stone since its discovery in 2014 in a French burial mound. In 2021, it was given the status of Europe's oldest map. Researchers believe that the stone may hide indications of treasures based on the drawings and symbols engraved on it. This unique slate artifact was first found in Finistère in western France in 1900, but the mystery of the stone remained unsolved, and it lay in a castle for over a century until scientists took up its study. The stone, measuring 2x 1.5 m according to experts, depicts a map of the Brittany region. Rivers, mountains, and other natural objects are engraved on it. Interestingly, depressions in the stone may indicate ancient settlements or burial mounds. When comparing the drawings with modern maps of Brittany, a surprising 80% match was discovered. The The study of this ancient map, which covers an area of 30 by 21 kilometers, is ongoing, and scientists may need up to 15 years to fully study it. Excavations near the site of the stone have already yielded new fragments used in the construction of ancient tombs. Number 15. Remains of the last crocodile in Europe. Crocodiles migrated to Europe from Africa, but climate changes led to their disappearance. In the province of Granada, Spain, paleontologists found a crocodile tooth that is about 4.5 million years old. This specimen was one of the last in Europe. It is believed that about 6.2 million years ago, crocodiles crossed the dry Mediterranean seabed, moving from Africa to Europe. Excavations at this site began in the 2000s. During this time, more than 2,000 fossils have been found, including remains of elephants, reptiles, and fish. The recently found tooth, according to scientists, belonged to a crocodile similar to today's African Nile crocodiles. Number 16. The girl who discovered the ancient dragons born in 1799 in Lyme Regis, Dorset, England, Mary Anning, was an ordinary girl, but her discoveries later baffled scientists. Mary's father, a carpenter by trade, was interested in fossil hunting and passed this hobby on to his children. After his death, young Mary, aged 10, took over the family business of selling fossils. She learned not only to read and write, but also to identify the types of specimens found. In 1811, Mary's brother found an ichthyosaur skull, which was mistakenly thought to be that of a crocodile. Later, Mary found the remains of this creature that lived about 200 million years ago. In 1823, she managed to discover a plesiosaur, an ancient marine reptile. However, in the scientific world of the time, women were rarely recognized. Mary faced discrimination and did not always receive credit for her work. Although her results were used by many researchers, her name was rarely mentioned. However, she did win the respect of some scientists. Henry de la Beche, for example, published cards with her findings and gave her the proceeds from their sale. Mary Anning died at the age of 47 and was recognized by the Royal Society as one of the 10 women who contributed the most to science. In 2020, a film about Mary Anning was released, starring Kate Winslet and Saoirse Ronan. And with that, we come to the end. Which of these discoveries do you find most surprising? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe for more amazing stories like this one. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.